Tower, fly runway heading.
Fly runway heading, Foxtrot Bravo Bravo.
Charlie Zulu November, clear to land runway 13.
Charlie Zulu November, clear to land 13.
Lewis here, Alpha, change of plans, crossover midfield, join right downwind runway 13.
Greetings everyone, welcome to Senior Flyer and Dane Senior. We are sitting at the Duncan Airport in British Columbia on Vancouver Island. This has become my home airport. It's an airport I created. And we're just going to do a quick flight today. Just up the east coast of Vancouver Island. Show you a little nav map. Shouldn't take us more than, 20 or 30 minutes, 20 minutes. We're going to leave Duncan. We're just going to fly over here to the coast. We'll probably do a touch and go at Nanaimo Airport and head on up for a nice lunch at Qualicum Beach. So that's the plan for today, and let's see if we can get things started and progressing along using same intentions for air traffic control. So let me get same tensions started. Alright, there's same tensions. Aircraft is all started, ready to go. We are at Duncan Airport. It's a non-towered airport. So what we'll need to do is just use a CTAF frequency. And once we're airborne, we'll contact center, and just so they have knowledge of who we are and where we are and what we're doing. So let's put in the frequency for the CTAF, which is 1228. There it is up there. Move this out of the way. Duncan traffic, November 624 Delta Whiskey is a Cessna. Back taxiing on runway 31 for a eastbound departure, Duncan. Alright, let's be on our way. One notch of flaps, going down to runway 31, the start of it. This is a real nice airplane. It's a T206, Cessna 206 turbo. Turbocharged. It's produced by SAL 1800. That's SAL 1800 on flightsim.to. It's a T206. Alright, we are ready to go. Engines have been checked previously. And let's depart. Whoops, keep it on the center line. Okay, let's rotate. Duncan traffic, November 624 Delta Whiskey is clear of runway 31 on an eastbound departure, northeastbound departure, Duncan. Alright, let's, once we get over here to get a little bit more altitude, we'll contact center. Or maybe we should contact departure, actually. Departure, November 64 Delta Whiskey is with you at 1,200.
November 624 Delta Whiskey, Victoria departure, roger, continue as planned.
Continue as planned, 4 Delta Whiskey.
For Delta Whiskey, say again your request or intention, please.
VFR northbound to Qualicum Beach.
For Delta Whiskey, roger. VFR northbound to Qualicum Beach. Altimeter 29er.901, say altitude.
29er901, altitude 2,000.
For Delta Whiskey, climb altitude 2,000 feet.
Alright, so here we are, we're coming up to the coastline. And we'll proceed northbound up the coast. This mountain that's ahead of us is called Mount Richards. We probably should go out along the coastline. It'd be more interesting.
For Delta Whiskey, verify your squawking 3243 mode C.
(3243) mode C. 4 Delta Whiskey.
4 Delta Whiskey, radar contact. 4 miles northwest of Quamachon Lake, Ravenfield Airport at 2300 feet, heading 347. Quamachon Lake, altimeter 29er.901.
29er901, 4 Delta Whiskey.
For Delta Whiskey, say again your request or intention, please.
I already gave him my request, but I'll do it again, I guess. 4 Delta Whiskey is VFR northbound to Qualicum Beach.
For Delta Whiskey, roger. VFR northbound to Qualicum Beach. Altimeter 29er.901, say altitude.
Altitude 2,200.
For Delta Whiskey, climb altitude 2200 feet. .
So we're fast approaching the Nanaimo airport. We'll do a touch and go at Nanaimo. On runway
4 Delta Whiskey, contact
34.
Vancouver approach on 128.6.
128.6. Vancouver approach, November 624 Delta Whiskey is with you at 1,000 feet.
November 624 Delta Whiskey, Vancouver approach. Good morning, Quamachan Lake, altimeter 29.901.
29901. Yeah, we don't want to get too low. This is the town of
4
Ladysmith
Delta Whiskey, altitude restrictions canceled.
coming up. Altitude restrictions canceled. And Nanaimo is sort of at the end of this inlet right here. And we'll just look up over the, raise myself up. There's a nice marina. Actually, there's a lot of marinas out here. And the Nanaimo airstrip is right up here. I should let Vancouver approach know what I'm doing. Vancouver approach, November 624 Delta Whiskey. It's going to do a touch and go at Nanaimo and then continue north to Qualicum Beach.
Delta Whiskey, roger. Touch and go at Nanaimo, then continue north to Qualicum Beach. Altimeter 29.901.
29901. That should be the runway right there. Now, Nanaimo is elevation of only 85 feet, so we need to get ourselves down, put in 2 notches of flaps, and prepare for the approach.
4 Delta Whiskey, contact Victoria approach on 125.905.
125.905. Alright, let's see if we can make a decent approach and touchdown. Watch that airspeed. Yeah, we should get ourselves lined up. Well, we've got a good glide slope here. Can't land on these chevrons right here, the extended runway. We have to wait for the piano keys to touch down. Very nice. Alright, off we go again. Now I'm supposed to contact Victoria Approach, so we'll do that. Victoria Approach, November 624 Delta Whiskey, departing Nanaimo Airport, northbound to Qualicum Beach.
November 624 Delta Whiskey, Victoria departure, good morning, Nanaimo, altimeter 29.901.
29.901.
4 Delta Whiskey, cleared northbound to Qualicum Beach. Altimeter 29.901. Runway 29er is active at Qualicum Beach.
Runway 29er is active. 4 Delta Whiskey. So runway 29 will give us basically a straight-in approach.
4 Delta Whiskey, contact Vancouver approach on 128.175.
128.175. Vancouver approach, November 624 Delta Whiskey is with you at 2,200, northwestbound to Qualicum Beach.
Delta Whiskey, good morning.
This mountain up here is called Mount Benson. And to our right is the big city of Nanaimo. It's a very large city. There's a lot of ferry service that goes from Nanaimo to the mainland, the British Columbia mainland over here. Yeah, we should level off at 3,000. Show you on a little nav map where we are. So we took off from Duncan, went over to the coast, did a touch and go at Nanaimo, and now we're proceeding northwestbound, heading of 294 to our destination of Qualicum Beach. So we've just passed the city of Nanaimo, and the next town that we come up to is Parksville, which is right here. So our points to look for is the Nanoose Bay, or Nanoose Harbor, I should say, right here in the town of Nanoose Bay. And once we pass that harbor, we should see Parksville, and we'd be really close to runway 29 into Qualicum Beach.
Ford Delta Whiskey, contact Vancouver approach on 128.175.
I'm already on 128.175. 128.175. Let's get down to 3,000 feet before I contact Vancouver approach. Vancouver approach, November 624 Delta Whiskey is with you at 3,000 feet.
November 624 Delta. Whiskey, Vancouver approach. Good morning, Nanaimo, altimeter 29.901.
2991. So the elevation of Qualicum Beach is 183 feet. Even though it's right along the coast, it's kind of elevated up a little bit.
4 Delta Whiskey, Qualicum Beach Airport at your 2 o'clock, 14 miles, change to advisory frequency approved. Radar services terminated, squawk VFR, take care.
Change to advisory frequency. Thanks for your service. Could I have the frequency for Qualicum Beach, please? There's Nanoose Bay out there, Nanoose Harbor.
4 Delta Whiskey, Qualicum Beach advisory frequency is 122.8, safe flight.
122.8. Yeah, so Qualicum Beach is not a towered
4
airport.
Delta Whiskey, please clarify your request or intention.
Switching frequency to 122.8. So we are presently 10 nautical miles southeast, we should call them. Qualicum traffic, November 624 Delta Whiskey, 2,000 feet, 10 nautical miles southeast, landing on, full stop landing on runway 29, Qualicum. Now you wouldn't get any responses here because it's a CTAF frequency. It's just an advisory frequency. So the runway should be straight ahead of us. Let's see, that's the Nanoose Harbor. That's the little town of Nanoose Bay. And let's get up over the top here. So this is the highway going in, going north, and this would be the town of Parksville, right? Let's see, no, that would be Parksville right there. No, I'm wrong, this is Parksville up here, because it kind of goes in and then back out right there. And then Qualicum Beach airstrip should be, I don't see it yet, although we are getting close to it. We're about 7 nautical miles. So this is Highway 19 that makes its way north up the island. should start bringing ourselves down to the pattern altitude. We'll make it about 1100 feet. This is what's called Little Mountain right here, with the radio tower on top of it. I'm still looking for that airstrip, but I don't see it. Not yet. It should be right about here. I'm going to make a call. We're about 3 miles on final. Qualicum Beach traffic, November 624 Delta Whiskey is approximately 4 miles final for runway 29, full stop, Qualicum. That looks like it's right there. Okay, let's hold the descent at about 800 feet. Put in 1 notch of flaps. This is the town of Parksville we're flying over right now. Yep, that's runway ahead of us, runway 29. We're about a 2.5-3 mile final right now. Put in the 2nd notch of flaps. Put in the final notch of flaps. Elevation is 183 feet, so approximately 200. So we're 300 feet above the elevation. We're high. We have two white approach lights. We don't want to lose any more speed. We need to reduce a little altitude. That's good. Okay, let's flare. And touchdown. Let's see if we can make this first turn off, which we did. Welcome to Qualicum Beach. Qualicum Beach traffic, November 624 Delta Whiskey is clear of runway 29, taxiing to parking, Qualicum. This is a nice little airport, Qualicum Beach. It says no aircraft taxi, ground vehicles only. Well, that doesn't make sense because the parking is all down here. We need to find a spot to park. Go down a little bit further. Maybe right in here. Actually, I think there's a nice little restaurant further down. Let's just pop down to where that restaurant is. I think there's a restaurant down there. I thought there was. What's this here? Oh, maybe I'm wrong. Seems to me there was a restaurant down here. Because in real life, there's a lot of pilots that fly into Qualicum Beach for lunch or breakfast or... Oh yeah, there's a restaurant. I thought there was. Let's park behind this aircraft here. I'll just go down and turn around. Qualicum Beach. I'm just going to park right here. Okay, well, we made it in one piece. Everything worked out pretty good. I'll just shut the aircraft down. Mixture lean, aircraft off, magnetos are off, lights are off, radios are off, and the battery is coming off. And we'll just raise those flaps. Guess the flaps didn't quite raise up because the battery was off. Alright, flaps are raised. Now let's walk over to our run over. And we'll head in for a coffee. There we are. Okay. That's it for this flight. I hope you enjoyed it. Dane Simir, signing out for now. Catch you the next time.
Foxtrot Bravo Bravo Tower, fly runway heading.
Fly runway heading, Foxtrot Bravo Bravo.
Charlie Zulu November, clear to land runway 13.
Charlie Zulu November, clear to land 13.
Zulu Sierra Alpha, change of plans, cross over midfield, join right downwind runway 13.